What's up, good people? Good evening. Happy Thursday to you. Happy draft day. We made it. We made it to draft day. Welcome to the Pro Fan Talk. My name is Marcus Thomas, and welcome to draft day. Man, we've been talking about this for I don't know how long, and it's time to get with the getting. All the nonsense can go out the window. All of the rumors, all of the stuff you've heard, all the talking heads, all of the prognosticators, whatever you want to call it, all of that stuff goes out the windows. Now, now we cooking with grease tonight. Now we're gonna see what it's all about. All these people that's been sending out. If you've been following my Facebook fan page, you know everybody's sending out leaks about this team wants this person, and everybody's just jockeying for position. Nobody wants to let anybody know what's going on. Um, you know how it was. That's the game. That's the gamesmanship that these teams do. False leaks, all of that kind of stuff. False leads, and this is what it's all about. This is where the money's going to be made. Some people that's going to be dropping down the charts a little bit. There's going to be some surprises. I guarantee there's probably going to be a trade or two. I'm thinking it might be one or two trades or one trade at least that's gonna blow some people's head off. So something that's unexpected. TK, what's going on, man? I see you in there. First one in the chat. I appreciate that. I'm about to get like a prize or something, or I got to get some type of graphic or something for the first people in the chat because I appreciate that. So, got a special guest that's going. I'm gonna introduce in a couple minutes. We really didn't have any crazy breaking news today. I guess everything is settling down because everybody's getting ready, and this is what where the focus is on the draft. David, what's going on, dude? What's up? What's up? What's up? Thanks for dropping by, man. It's gonna be crazy. I'm interested to see what this stage looks like in Vegas, just from a artist perspective. Vegas always does it, and they do it right. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on. Jake, happy draft day, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is that day. We gonna get it done today. I am praying that Howie Roseman just straight up doesn't outsmart himself. If we got somebody that's available and he's the best person on the board, let's just take the best person on the board. I am very convinced that one of these elite level receivers will be available, whether it's Burks, whether it's James and Williams, I'm not sure. But if he's available, Traylon Burks, the kid from North Dakota State. Who else? Who am I forgetting? London. I think London's going to be gone, though. I'm not crazy about London, but I don't think he'll still be on the board. But there are going to be a lot of good elite level wide receivers still available when 15 pops up. So I'm thinking my prediction is that we will take 15 and trade 18 and get some more picks in the second and third round. That's pretty much Howie's MO. But let's see if we do it. But I'm big on Jordan Davis, but I think weighing the options, I think wide receiver is probably the best way to go, unless something crazy happens and we get one of those elite level safeties. If we can get one of those safeties, get a safety. If we can get a safety and keep that 18 pick and still get a wide receiver, game over. Howie wins the draft, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens with that. It all depends on how it's going to shake down. I got a sneaky feeling that Jerry Jones down there in Dallas is trying to keep things under wrap because he wants to make a big splash. He wants to get a big receiver, and they known for doing stuff like that. So they might make a trade to move up to get their guy. So ain't no telling what's gonna happen, man. But we gonna learn today. But want to bring my buddy on, a friend of mine named Scott Teller. We've been friends for a long time. I met Scott back when I was in training camp with the Eagles back in '93, I think it was. But this dude working his butt off, been acting. He's been in he's been in Creed 2. He's been in 21 Bridges. He's been in Army of the Dead, and he's got a pretty significant part in the new Adam Sandler project called Hustle that was produced by LeBron James. He plays a sports agent. I don't think he has a name. He told me he didn't have a name yet. Just calls him the sports agent. But I'm going to bring on my buddy Scott. Let me unmute his mic. Uh-oh. There we go. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Marcus? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Glad you could join the show. I appreciate you coming on short notice, brother.
For sure. I was wondering when you're going to ask me.
But it's draft day, man. It's draft day. All of the crap can go out the window. We can find out what's really going to go down.
Yeah, I literally wait a whole year for this day.
Yeah, man.
Best weekend of the year.
Because you got a lot of fans that tomorrow will have the opportunity to call in the radio shows and post on social media. I told you. Remember when I said way back when? I told you they were going to get him. I told you they weren't going to draft him. So everybody's going to have that I told you so speech tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's a GM this time of year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's guessing. So who are you looking at? Who are you looking at for the Eagles to pick up?
I got a little list over here. So, with the first, I have like two lists. Everybody wants Sauce Gardner, but you're going to have to trade up to get him.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be gone by the time he's not last. He'll be he's top 5.
Marcus, the one dude that I really, really want, I don't care where they get him, but I want the Eagles to get him, is Nakobe Dean from Georgia. I think he was the best defensive player on that team.
I agree, but I don't think they're going to draft a linebacker because of Hassan Reddick and White. Those signings, I don't think they're going to draft them.
I look at those guys as situational players, though, right? Are they 4 or 3 down players?
Kazir White was. I believe Kazir White was a captain, was a defensive captain.
Okay.
Kazir White is definitely an alpha, and I know Hassan Reddick. He's definitely a 3 down. So it's hard to say because you don't know what that defensive coordinator's philosophy is.
Right.
Just because he doesn't play doesn't mean he can't play it.
Right.
You see what we do here with Gannon. The way our defense was running, sometimes a lot of people think we should be a lot more aggressive, but that's not his style. So it is what it is.
Right. I also like that Kyle Hamilton. And I was telling my son Jagger, you know how Jagger is. I told Jagger, don't be surprised if he starts slipping. He's within that 15 range. If he gets to 12, I think they need to go down and get him. That's my opinion.
We'll see. It all depends on what their number one. What do you think that their number one need is? Do they think it's receiver, or do they think it's safety, or do they think it's linebacker? I know they don't think it's linebacker because Howie just
they don't value the linebacker position and the safety position. That's been going on for years, right?
No.
But I'm telling you, talent like that doesn't come around very often within reach. Agree. So, and from what I hear, this guy can play everywhere, sideline to sideline. The 2 guys I mentioned.
Right.
So,
but it'll be interesting to see if there is a big trade and that kind of shakes the tree.
Yeah.
Because then, to your point, it'll be people that are available that you didn't expect to see there.
Right. Right.
And that can screw up everything.
I heard so many rumors, so many damn rumors this week, man. My head's about to blow.
Man, it's crazy. And it only gets worse and worse. That's why I'm so glad. At least this is. Are they doing this? This is just the first round today, right?
Just the first round today. Let me ask you this: you think Stingley's within reach?
Who?
Derek Stingley. You think he's within reach?
No.
You don't think so? You don't think he might be there around 12?
I think somebody's gonna snatch him up.
See, he's one of them players where you don't know because of his 40 time. He had a bad 40 time, but then he had a good pro day.
Yep.
So, that's why I love the draft.
I think Stingley's going to be one of those players where somebody's going to sneak up to get him.
Right.
Hey, what's up, Pop? I see my Pops is listening.
Thanks
for joining in. I think Stingley is one of those. If he drops to us, great.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that's going to happen. I think if he does drop, somebody else is going to shoot up to get him. That's what I think is going to happen.
during the season, because I always check in on the draft. You know, the whole we had those 3 picks, and in the beginning of the season, we had some very high picks, like 3, 4. We had like 3 in the top 10.
Yeah.
And Stingley and Hamilton, they were supposed to go in the top 5 during the season. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So I was upset when the Eagles. I mean, I wasn't upset because I love the Eagles winning, but when I started seeing the Dolphins start winning and the Colts, you know what I mean, our picks started getting higher and higher.
Yeah.
Again, we might miss out on them guys. Now
I
I'm saying
mean,
it might be within reach.
yeah, and you gotta give Howie credit because he made the right move having 3 picks.
Yeah.
In the first round.
I knew he was.
We're not going to sign 3 first rounders.
No.
So, and that's why I think that he's going to trade. I think he's going to trade 18 unless something crazy happens.
I agree with you 100%. 100%.
So if there's a way we can get one of those wide receivers and one of those really good safeties, I think they should make it happen. I'm still enamored with Jordan Davis, but just like we were talking earlier, after the comments from Baldy and from Ike Reese about his size,
right?
That makes sense. That makes sense. But I'm like, do you think he can hold it together for a 4-year contract? I think he can.
Listen, you know this more than anybody. Them college players, they're not dumb. They're smart, so they know what they're doing. So they don't want to go out and get hurt either.
Absolutely.
So I heard these rumors that they haven't seen this guy play 5 plays in a row and all that stuff.
Yep.
Think about your future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's got the stats. He's got the size. He's fast. So, like you said, anything could happen.
Yeah, and that kind of brings me into like the whole situation that's going on with Deebo Samuels out in 49er country.
Right.
He don't want to be. They created the word wide back. He invented it.
He changed the position.
Yeah, he came up with that wide back terminology, and now it's like, dude, that you came up with this, and now you don't want to do it.
Well,
but I understand.
He wants to get paid for doing it.
Exactly. But
he came up with that position, but he wants to get paid right.
Yeah, but how many running backs don't get paid like that?
Well, what's the lifespan for a running back in the NFL? Was it 4 years or something like that?
Yep.
It's not very long.
But it makes sense. It makes sense what he's doing, but it's just weird because you could say he was arguably the second best weapon in the NFL behind Tyreek Hill.
Agree. That's fact there.
Yeah.
But are you willing to give up your draft picks to go and get him? You got to give up. You got to give up.
If he ends up with the Jets, that's going to be very interesting because the Jets don't really have a good quarterback.
No, but they got a big market.
Yes, they do. But it all depends on what's true and what's not.
Right.
If the rumors are true, he wants to be closer to home. New York ain't closer to South Carolina.
It's on the East Coast, though.
Yeah, that's true. But you're still talking about a long way away.
Sure.
So, I mean, if that even is the real reason why he's going, I think it does have more to do with running back / wide receiver because you remember he scored more touchdowns as a running back. He scored six rushing touchdowns and only 4 receiving touchdowns, but he had like 1,600 receiving yards. He only had like 365 rushing yards.
Yeah.
It was weird how that worked out, but when they put him in the backfield in the red zone, he produced.
He did.
So
he was the best player on that field.
Absolutely. But for him to give that up is very interesting.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, the grass might be greener on the other side, but it's still got to be mowed. So he's
playing under his rookie contract right now.
Exactly. And I understand him wanting to get paid, but would you take Shanahan over what's the guy in Salah in New York, the head coach? Or not even the head coach, who's the offensive coordinator with the Jets?
I couldn't even tell you that.
Because that's what it's going to come down to. Wherever he goes, are they going to use him like they were using him in San Francisco? Even if they don't put him in the backfield.
But were they using him like that because of who their quarterback was?
Could be.
Right.
Could be. Charles, what's going on, dude? Thanks for dropping in, man. It's draft day, brother. But that's an interesting thing with Debo. That's a very interesting thing because
I
he's
don't see Howie.
that dude.
I don't see Howie giving up
Nah,
a lot of draft picks and then going out and paying him.
nah.
You know what I mean? And
I don't want Debo because I think if Debo were here, we would. I don't think we would use him right. I don't think Sirianni's offense is to that point where we would use it right. He hasn't opened up his playbook. I won't say his offense is not right. He hasn't opened up his playbook.
Yeah, but this is a copycat league, so they'll figure it out.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, you would think that, but it took us what 6 games to start running the ball. But
yeah.
But you know what? We was talking about that. I was talking about that online. How much we run the ball and how many people are so down on Miles Sanders, and I'm like, Miles Sanders, in my opinion, is still a home run hitter. The fact that we didn't run him the first 5 games of the year, and there was like, he didn't score a rushing touchdown. I'm like, okay, but the way we ran the ball was horrible. And not for nothing, our red zone offense was garbage.
Yeah.
Our red zone offense was horrible.
Who do you blame that on?
I put that on Sirianni. Yeah, because sometimes it looked like we didn't know what we were doing. It's both, because there's plenty of situations where we probably should have scored and didn't, because Jalen Hurts didn't recognize, threw it to the wrong guy. But I always go back to our first game versus Atlanta. We never went back to that fast tempo, quick offense to start.
Right.
And that's what got Jalen Hurts comfortable. I believe he threw for like 275 that game, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember. He had a good game throwing the ball.
I thought we played well on all parts of the game, that game.
Right.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand why we didn't continue with that philosophy just with an up-tempo offense, because it seemed to work. I'm like, why wouldn't you go back to it? You can change it up, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep going with that.
And I think they were trying to do that, but they were dropping the ball a lot too, which brings me to a point, Marcus. They got young receivers on the team.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing all these rumors of them going to, targeting receivers in this draft. So would you want to draft a young receiver, or do you think this team needs a strong veteran receiver?
Oh, we need a vet.
Right.
But if you got an elite level draft pick, you can get a vet in free agency and in off season. That can still happen.
But what does this team need more? What's the biggest need this team needs right now, in your opinion?
In my opinion, we need a safety, in my opinion, and a linebacker.
Okay.
Because I'm good with Devontae Smith and Goddard, because I think Goddard is undervalued.
Yes.
So I think he's a top level tight end, and Devontae Smith is going to do what he does. He just needs help on that other side and in the slot, so they can free him up a little bit. That's what we need, and that's not necessarily a veteran receiver. We still need somebody where they got to pay attention to over the top. That's why I like Williams, and that's why I really like that kid from North Dakota State, because he's got the size. He got 6'4" size, and he runs a 4.3, a low 4.3.
Yeah. He kind of reminds me of Cooper Kupp a little bit.
Just a much taller.
Yeah.
So
I was looking at his.
We'll see what they do, and again, it's all about what they value.
Right. Well, absolutely, but I think with our young quarterback, with Jalen Hurts, I think we need that veteran presence in that wide receiver room. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And I think it's only going to make Jalen be better.
And I definitely agree with you.
There's some talent out there right now. Would you go get Odell or Jarvis Landry?
Landry, I would. Odell, I would.
I think he would be perfect fit for this team. And then use those 2 picks on defense right now, because we know what they're going to do next year if Jalen doesn't play up to what they're hoping he does.
Right. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Absolutely.
Um,
That's why it's the best time of year.
yeah, man, you're not wrong. They that we do need a veteran wide receiver, and Pascal doesn't come. Pascal is what, 4th year in the league?
Yeah, but I don't think he's, I can't really say too much about him because I don't know a lot about him.
Neither
But
do I. But
but
if you
he,
want to look at, if you would that be what you would consider a veteran, a 4-year veteran? That he started in
no, I look
Indianapolis,
at a
but
guy like Jarvis Landry. I look at a guy like that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? He's still hungry. Um, and then you got, we miss out on this Kyle Hamilton. You also got the Honey Badger. You know what I mean? I think this team needs some leadership.
something I don't understand. Well, I don't know. Did they make an offer to him? Was he just not listening?
I think they've been talking. My
I would
opinion,
love to have him here.
we'll see how the draft goes, but I'm hoping that if Hamilton doesn't fall to them, that they're going to be on the phone signing a guy like the Honey Badger because they need on both sides of the ball. They need some leadership.
Absolutely, dude.
I know when you played, man, you guys had leadership. You know what I mean? Those years back then, there was leadership. There was leadership.
But it's it's so much different now. It's so much different, man. Because you can't, even when you, like, dude, our leaders were Herschel, Randall, Seth, Byron Evans, Eric Allen, Andre Waters, Wes Hopkins.
Yeah, but that defense right there, they put some fear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't have that yet.
We don't.
We don't have that yet. Cox is gonna do what he's gonna do.
Yeah. That's
but
why
he's more of a leader in the locker room than on the field now. That's why I'm hoping to see more from Hargrave. I'm hoping that Hassan Reddick is at the perfect spot. He's been around. He's from here, and he's ready to put some work in.
Yeah, and he can back up the talk too. He's that good.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people just don't know who Kaiser White is. Hey, hold on, I see my boy Vince. Vince just dropped in. I'm gonna bring you in, Vince. What's going on, dude?
What's up, Marcus? A little tough to hear you. I'm here finally after having a season ticket since 1998. Standing on the field.
Nice.
Lincoln Financial Field with the crowd.
Nice, dude.
Getting ready for the draft.
All right, man. How many people are down there right now?
Say again?
How many people you got down there right now?
At least I'd say a couple thousand right now.
Okay.
It's a good crowd. People are still piling in when we got here.
That's cool, man.
People are excited. People throwing balls on the field. People getting ready for the locker room tours. Waiting for alumni autographs, stuff like that.
They got the whole production down there, man. That's what's up, dude.
It's tough to hear you.
Okay. All right. Thanks for checking in, man. I was hoping it would be
cool so far. Just waiting for the draft.
I was hoping it would get more closer to the draft, but I'm thinking they're not gonna get started till 8 p.m. So good stuff, man. I appreciate it.
Has there been any rumors? I haven't heard anything since I've been here.
Not yet. Nothing's popping off right now. We're just sitting here talking about who's gonna make the first big deal that's gonna shake up the whole draft.
How's it going? The show's going.
Show's going good. I got my buddy Scott. He's an actor and martial artist. He jumped in with me. I've known Scott since I was when I was a rookie in '93. So we've been friends for a long time. He jumped on with me, and we just been kicking it, man. So it's been good.
Nice.
So who are you looking for? Who are you looking for the Eagles to pick up? You probably can't hear me. Can you hear me?
It's really tough to hear you down here. I hate to say it, Marcus.
Gotcha. It's all good.
Speakers going. I got the draft. I got all the people here. So
I got you.
Ask him what the popular jersey is in that stadium right now.
What jersey are they wearing the most?
What was that?
What jersey are they wearing the most down there? What jersey?
Devontae Smith.
Nice.
A lot of Devontae Smith jerseys. A lot of retros. A lot of Dawkins. I just saw Jaworski, Selleck, Shady, Ertz, Trotter. My boy's got Randall Cunningham on right now.
Oh, we got to represent number 12 from my era. That's what's up. One last question: Who's your pick for the Eagles' first draft pick for at 15? Who do you want them to get?
Well, I'd like him to get either pie in the sky. I'd like him to get Sauce Gardner or Kyle Hamilton. I think Kyle Hamilton fits what the Eagles want. He's a hybrid player. He can do the corner. He can play safety. Eagles mostly play 3 safeties with 2 linebackers. Everyone's saying he's top 5 player, undervalued position, but ask Baltimore what they would have done without Ed Reed, or the Steelers without Troy Polamalu. I mean, he's a game changer, so I don't understand this undervalued position. So if it was up to me, I'd like to get Hamilton or Gardner.
That'll work, man.
Wide receiver, I know I'm saying this as an Eagle fan, and we missed out on a couple, but you can get a receiver anytime. You need playmakers and difference makers on the defense.
Yeah, defense wins championships, man. But go get out of here, do your thing, man. Thanks for checking in, bro. Go enjoy yourself, man. I'll talk to you next week.
Sorry, it's so loud in here. I wish I could have heard you better, but I did my best.
It's all good. Later, man.
Go Birds.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
That was cool, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were going to be on the field. That's pretty dope.
I hear, but the Eagles, they do it right there. They do a good job down there.
Yeah, man.
Hey, speaking of linebackers, what do you think of? There's a guy out there that I like too, Chad Muma from Miami. Yeah. I was watching his highlight tape. I kind of like him. I think he'd be a good ball player.
From where?
From Wyoming.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that name. I must have missed him.
And another linebacker from the kid from Alabama, Christian Harris.
Yeah, I mean anybody from Bama.
Yeah.
You know, if you're pulling somebody from the SEC, and plus, everybody is Micah Parsons crazy now.
Yeah.
Like to your point earlier, it's a copycat league, so everybody's trying to draft the next Micah Parsons, the next Deebo Samuel. So,
yeah, I think that's why I like Nakobe Dean, because I think he's the one that can do that. I think he's got the talent.
Yeah, but put it this way: if we draft Nakobe Dean, I'm good with that. My problem is, and my worry is, if we get a player like that and we don't have a game plan to use them correctly, that's what I worry about. Because I always make the case, because we always talk about who? Jamar Chase and DK Metcalf.
Right.
What do you think they would look like in this offense?
Well,
do you think they would be as successful as where they are now? I don't think so.
I don't. Yeah, that's hard to say. I mean, the great players make everyone else better around them. You know what I mean? But in that position, who's throwing you the ball?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, he had Russell Wilson throwing them the ball. That's not bad. It's not a bad gig.
Right. But we'll see. I'm expecting big things from Jalen. I know you ain't crazy about Jalen, but I
like Jalen a lot. I think he's got most of the tools, but the one that he hasn't shown is reading the defense. So, and I'm hearing that he's working hard on it. So,
well, here's the thing. And this is why I think he's going to make a big leap this year. This will be the first time in his career, college or pro, that he's in the same offense for a consecutive year, 2 consecutive years.
Right. And that's big.
Huge.
That is big. That's huge.
William Middlebrook. William, what's going on, dude? You think Eagles are going to move up to 8 or 9? How are they going to make that happen? They're going to trade both their picks to move up to 8 or 9? That would be interesting. I don't see that happening, but,
Is Jalen Reagor getting traded this draft?
Man, I feel bad. I had, John Booty?
Yeah.
Yeah. John Booty's a friend of Reagor.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's just not getting it done. So I don't
Booty?
know. Huh?
He said that?
No, I said that.
Oh, you said that. Okay.
Yeah, I said that. I don't it's one of those things where my grandson is like, Reagor needs to go.
I see it.
Reagor's situation, me as a former player, I look at Sirianni. Because I make the comparison. You look at Belichick, you look at Parcells, you look at all Andy Reid, you look at all of those coaches that are not afraid to bench somebody or cut somebody. Right. It's nothing personal. You're not getting it done. You're not getting it done. We gotta go in a different direction. Right. And it was clear that needed to happen. At least J Jaw had worked himself into special teams. I could understand that.
Well, but you know, today, man, social media it runs the country. Okay, right. So I think, and this is just my opinion. I haven't seen this anywhere or heard about it, but last year I saw videos of Jalen Hurts working his butt off. I saw a video. He was posting videos. Devontae Smith always worked. You hear stories of him early in the first one there, last one to leave, all that stuff.
Yep.
I have never seen one video or heard any of those things about Jalen Reagor.
Now I've seen a couple of videotapes. I think Jalen Reagor went and worked out with Kaepernick
this year.
I think so.
Okay. Well, you see, my point is, those guys I saw, they were working. They wanted it. I just didn't see this dude working, and it just raised an eyebrow to me.
Well, when you're at that level, I'll say this: I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure he was working on it. He just wasn't getting it done. He wasn't getting it done on special teams. They tried to kick him in there on special teams. Then they kept running that stupid jet sweep with him, and it was like that's when I would get upset with Sirianni's offense. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like the jet sweep doesn't work. You got to start running that wide receiver screen to the left, and me as a running back, and the people on that tune into the show know I've said this a lot. I hate when they run the ball from gun or pistol. I hate it.
Do you think Reagor could play that Debo, that wide back position?
Yeah. I think, in my opinion, I think Reagor should just have him in the slot, hit him with a 5-yard slot, and let him do something with it.
Yeah,
and then build his confidence like that.
I'd like to see him just try it in training camp. Just put him in that wide back, see what he can do.
Because listen, I remember seeing when they drafted him, and I was like, okay. So I went and looked up tape, and I saw him play. He was decent.
I was so. I was one of those guys.
I saw his pro day 40 time. Mm-hmm. And one of the scouts clocked him at like a high 4.23, like a 4.29, 4.3. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, he's got some speed, so maybe we can do something and make some things happen. So he hasn't translated on the field. It just hasn't. And I don't know what you got. It was worse than the situation with Aguilar. Because people got down on Aguilar, and I believe Aguilar just became the face because he had the drop ball. Then you had the dude that made the T-shirts and all that kind of stuff. So he became like the face of a drop ball and something like that. And now Reagor is that dude. Except people forget Aguilar balled out for a couple games.
He did.
And Reagor hasn't really shown. I won't say that because he did have a couple of good catches early. Yeah. But the longer the season went on, it just didn't happen. And that's a situation where once they get film on you, they know what you're about.
Yeah.
And that was a situation where Devontae couldn't do anything because now everybody can focus in on him. They're not worried about on the other side.
So with your experience, because you played the game, how much of that is all mental when you start dropping balls?
A lot of it. Because confidence has everything to do with that.
Confidence has everything, right? I tell people that all the time. If you can't play with confidence, man, it's that much harder for you.
Yeah, man. If you just get I remember the game, the fourth preseason game, my second year with the Eagles.
Right.
We played the Jets. And of course, they giving you garbage time because they want to see the young players get in and stuff like that. And I remember I got a handoff. The ball went right through my hands because I was so worried about I gotta make something happen so I can get on film, and I ended up fumbling the ball.
I remember that.
You know what? 2 days later, I'm getting a phone call. Hey, coach, go and see you bring your playbook. You know what I'm saying? So confidence, man. You gotta be comfortable with the things that you can do, And you gotta understand and recognize if you've let your team and your coach know that you're comfortable where you are.
Right.
And I don't think he's done that. I don't think he couldn't go up to Sirianni and say, "Hey, get me the ball. I'm gonna get open."
Yeah.
He couldn't do that. Devontae could. Goddard could.
But when you're a first round draft pick, they're going to give you all the opportunities they can.
That leash is long, man.
Yep.
That leash is hella long.
But it's short now.
Yeah. Yeah, he done burnt that bridge. So he got to ball out this year. Him and Jalen got to ball out.
Right. Exactly.
I think Jalen would be fine if he had the time like a top draft pick had. If he had 3 or 4 years, I don't count his rookie year. He played 4 games, and it was a different offense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. Again, I people don't give enough credit to somebody learning a new offense and a new offense and a new offense. It is extremely difficult to learn an offense.
I love the kid. I think he's got the makeup. He's just got to get to that next level. You know, he's got. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. We'll see. But my prediction was that he's not going to get cut, but somebody's going to come in at camp and take his spot. That's what I think.
You think Rager's going to still be an Eagle after this weekend?
Unless they trade him.
Yeah.
They're not just going to let the money walk.
I heard those rumors. I know
I hope they're true. I hope he gets another shot. He might be one of them situations where maybe he just needs a new location, new environment.
Yeah. Speaking of J-Jaw, they just moved him to tight end.
To tight end, I think that was a good move.
I think
he gonna have to hit that metrics pretty hard because he gonna have to bulk up. 220, 230 ain't gonna cut it. At tight
Mark,
end.
You and I both know when they change your position in pro sports, that writing's on the wall, man.
Man, you better start drinking them protein shakes or something, dude. You better get up to at least 240.
When they change your position, that writing's on the wall. So
well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Stranger things have happened. They let Tebow come in and play tight end, but at least I'll say it like this: at least J-Jaw has the size, and he's a receiver.
He's a good block receiver.
Yeah. So
he's got to put in his bones, though.
Yes, he does. But what's his name? Who am I thinking of? What was the Eagles? The Eagles tight end back in the day. Chad Lewis. Thank you. Chad Lewis wasn't but what 235.
Yeah, he was a receiving tight end.
Exactly. But that's what they're trying to do with J-Jaw. And this goes back to now. Listen, you got an opportunity to validate the reason they drafted you. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's at a different position, but at the end of the day, all they want you to do is catch the ball.
Right.
Because with somebody at his size, as a coach, somebody his size, you want to get his confidence up, you say, J-Jaw, this is what you do. You got 3 pass patterns. Every time I throw you the ball, you better be going up in the air like you dunking on somebody.
Right.
You are not going to catch the ball at shoulder level. I want you catching the ball, algae crumpler.
Yeah.
You need a big body, and you can out jump anybody. There should be not a DB that can out
basketball player, right? Wasn't Crumpler a college basketball player?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a couple of them. Crumpler was, and who else am I thinking of? Who was the dude? Who was the dude in San Diego?
Yeah.
Crap. I can't think of his name.
I know he's.
But he was another one. He played college basketball.
Yeah. So did Gonzalez.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you got somebody, if you 6'3" and you dunking with 2 hands, I would tell him every time I throw you the ball, be prepared to jump for it. You're not getting the ball at eye level. You're going up. So you are the only one that can get it. That's what they got to do with them type of people. The same thing I was saying earlier with Jalen Rager. Yeah. If you know he's fast and you're trying to work in his confidence, first play of the game, you hit him with a 5-yard slant.
Right.
Maybe he breaks the tackle, maybe he doesn't, but he made the catch. Now, if you hit him with a 5-yard slant and he dropping everything, well, there you go. Get a seat over there on the bench. Right. We'll get some, pull in Quez Watkins, put in Gainwell, whatever you got to do. And also Antonio Gates. Thank you, Chris. Lord have mercy. But I lost my train of thought now. But with Sirianni, I'm like, dude, you have got to get a screen game. For the love of Pete, get a screen game together. With Boston's I went back and looked at remember the game where Donovan when Donovan went to the Redskins and Michael Vick went down there and lit him up.
Yeah.
Watch that game again on YouTube and look at all the screens that we ran. Halfback screens and tight end screens.
Our Eagles today, they can't run that screen because they get flagged every damn time.
Most people don't even realize that there was like 2 or 3 games, maybe more, where our receivers didn't even go in motion.
They didn't know what to do.
It's like, dude, you can't do that.
But they started their block before the ball was even thrown.
Yo, Rob Brinkman says Howie's been busy according to Twitter. Hey, I don't trust Twitter because Elon Musk bought it.
Everything's a smoke screen right now.
Oh my God, man! Next thing you know, Elon Musk gonna buy the Washington Commanders.
Oh
my God! I was telling my wife I don't trust anybody that names his kids letters that you can't pronounce. I'm like, they better come see you for some martial arts training because they're gonna get picked on all kind of ways in school. I'm like, good grief.
I'm retired now, man. I can't even lift my phone up.
Come on, man. You got to be doing your own stunts on set, bro.
Well, that I'll do.
Hey, you know what? Real quick.
Yeah.
Tell everybody about the movie with Adam Sandler.
Oh man, that comes out June 10th on Netflix. I had a ball. I mean, it was just good.
What's
time.
the name of it?
Hustle.
Okay. And it's a basketball movie.
It's about all NBA players. That Anthony Edwards, one of the main guys on it. Great kid, awesome. One of my favorite NBA players now. He's just a good kid. Just about everybody on the Sixers was there. Celtics. Nice. Yeah, it was a good time.
Man, please tell me Ben Simmons ain't in this movie.
Basketball.
Please tell me Ben Simmons is not in this movie.
Ben Simmons is not in the movie. He didn't jump on.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, he wasn't there.
Did you meet LeBron? Because you said LeBron produced it, right?
LeBron wasn't there. I met everybody but LeBron. I didn't see Queen Latifah.
Oh, nice. Are the trailers out?
Yeah, there's a trailer.
I gotta look that up, dude. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, tell everybody to check out my IMDb. It's on there. Look up Hustle. Right.
That'll work, man.
Yeah.
That will work. And let me see. I forgot to turn my TV on. I don't see. I'm trying to check if there's any breaking news. Because I know.
I'm relying on you because I can't see it.
Yeah, I forgot to turn on my TV or else I'd have been rubbernecking. But
usually Jagger texts me anything that's going on, so I haven't heard from him.
From who?
Jagger.
Oh, okay.
Your nephew.
Let me see ESPN. What's ESPN talking about? Or nope. Oh, real quick, bruh.
Yeah.
Man, listen. If the Sixers lose tonight, man.
What time's that game?
Chris, what time do the Sixers start? 7:30, 8 o'clock? NBA. They already started. Started at 7.
Yeah. You think they can win?
Sixers are up 36-33. Second quarter.
Okay.
So, and there's a still shot of James Harden dunking. So, I like James Harden, man, but he, you gotta get it going, bro. We need you.
Gotta respect him, man. I mean, he's done it. You know what I mean? And he's getting older. He's done it. Philly fans are the best, man. They really are. They really are.
They'll give him the business. Why is this thing? Camera gets blurry all of a sudden. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. There we go. But yeah, they better take care of business tonight, or Doc Rivers might as well just catch the flight on out to LA. Man.
Is he back next year? Is he back next year?
I kind of hope not. I was expecting a lot better coaching prowess from Doc, and like he getting out coached, man.
I heard some rumors, Marcus. Tell me if this is true. Jay Wright.
I heard that Jay Wright was in the mix for a pro job.
I heard he
But
came out and said that he would coach in the NBA.
yes, I did hear that. But
Right.
also you got to remember, everybody named Mama know Daryl Morey's trying to go after D'Antoni.
Really?
Yeah. Daryl Morey, D'Antonio, is it D'Antoni or D'Antonio? I always forget. But and James Harden, they were all in Houston together.
Yeah.
So they got that connection. So I can see that. To me, that's more realistic.
Yeah. That's my dogs. If you can hear that, that's my dogs running around.
Oh Lord have mercy. Let me see. Unfortunately, he would be back if we get back to the Eastern Conference Finals. But yes, I agree, Chris. But it better not be no BS on how we lose.
Yeah. Well, Celtics look good though.
Yeah, because I look at it like look at how Boston beat Brooklyn. They got outcoached.
Yeah.
Brooklyn got outcoached. But I wouldn't mind seeing Jay.
If we get to the next round and we face the Miami Heat, we need to win the Heat. We need to win that. We need to beat the Heat.
If we lose to the Heat, it's up in the air whether Doc comes back.
My wife's son is a big Heat fan. He talks so much smack, man.
Oh, that's right. They're down in Miami, right?
Yeah.
He plays baseball down there, right?
Huh?
He plays baseball. Is he in college or is he playing like single triple?
Cody plays college baseball. Mikey plays college basketball.
Gotcha.
But he's a Heat fan, so in this house, man, they're all over me. So the Sixers, if they get past this round, they got to beat the Heat, or you may not see me anymore.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They better handle business though. But the Heat aren't looking very good right now.
I think they can beat them. I think they match up well against them.
Williams says Doc gets teams there and screws up. He don't care if he'll be coaching the Lakers next year. That's the rumor that he's trying to get to the Lakers.
Doc is?
But yeah. I don't know how that could happen with his performance here in Philly. But now you hear rumors about LeBron trying to go to Brooklyn. Dude, it's all kind of stuff, man.
I can't keep up with it.
Like I'm like, because LeBron is from Cleveland and me being Ohioan, right. I'm pulling for LeBron to get one more championship so he can at least be legitimately in the category of best ever. Because without question, that in my mind, there is no argument that LeBron James is the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. Without question. However, he is not the best basketball player. Jordan is still the best.
Jordan's the GOAT.
Jordan's the GOAT. LeBron is LeBron his the way he's built, his size, his speed, his longevity, and he's been the only one ever, not Kobe, not Jordan. He's been the only one right out of the gate. He lived up to every expectation, every one of them.
Let me ask you this. Okay, this is what I say when this argument comes up. All right. Now, you and I both played sports. When you get to that, sports is all about leverage.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't anybody better than playing with leverage than Jordan.
Right.
That dude he's the GOAT. You put him in any situation, he rises in any situation, he rises to. He's just a winner, man.
He is. I can't argue with you, but LeBron. That's why I say I don't think that's ever going to be eclipsed unless LeBron just does something ridiculous and wins like 2 or 3 more championships. But I don't see that happening.
Who's the GOAT in football?
Who's the GOAT in football?
Mm-hmm. You got to say Brady, right?
The best player? Honestly, you let me say it like this. Because I think I've said this before. I have to say Brady because can't nobody match the rings. However, for my money, I would go with Montana because I look at it like this. If Brady would have played when Montana played, he would have got broken in half. But if Montana was to play in this era, he would light everybody up.
Okay, how would Jordan do in this era? And how would LeBron do in that era when he played?
LeBron would have been better in that era because LeBron's built like a football player.
You couldn't flop back then.
No, But to my point, he's only flopping because everybody flops in this era.
Okay.
For the same ring, do you know how many points Jordan would have scored with this soft ass defenses they let go? And you can't touch nobody and you can't muscle nobody up. Jordan would have lit everybody up for 40 a night, easy.
How would Iverson be right now in today's game?
The same way.
Yeah, he would have lit it up even more.
The same way. But they were the transition. And I always say Jordan's gonna be the GOAT, but you got to put LeBron right there because LeBron took Cleveland to a championship. Cleveland to a championship. You know what I'm saying? And how many times has he been in the finals?
I don't know.
7, 8?
7? We talking LeBron?
Yeah, LeBron.
With how many teams though? That's what bothers me.
Yeah, but think about it like that. How many players, with the exception of one player, and that's Robert Horry, how many players, NBA players, have been from team to team to team to team to team and never won anything? Barkley couldn't do it. Jordan didn't do it when he went to the Wizards. So there's not too many players that can go from team to team to team because the one thing in this era, I think people, maybe it's from social media or maybe it's just the overabundance of information that we get. Mm-hmm. People tend to forget how hard it is to win an NBA, to win a championship at the pro level in any sport, baseball, football, basketball, hockey.
Last 10 seconds of the game, whose hands do you want the ball in?
What do you mean?
Whose hands do you want the ball in? Last 10 seconds of the game, Jordan or LeBron?
Kobe's.
Okay. You know what? I can't argue that one.
Kobe's.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, I mean, in between the two, it would have to be Jordan because the one thing that LeBron took criticism for was he didn't, when they lost that series to Dallas, I believe it was.
Right.
He took a lot of heat because he didn't take over the game.
Right.
And
that's about with leverage, man. That's why. That's why Jordan.
But the problem with that is the way LeBron was brought up and the way that he played his game. LeBron is Magic Johnson built like a tight end.
Right.
So he can pass, he can shoot, and every now and then he would take over a game, and he just don't have that alpha killer instinct. He just didn't have it.
Marcus, you played in the NFL, man. So I got a question for you. Because I heard all these things about LeBron would have been a great tight end and all that. Yeah. Could he make it in the NFL as a tight end, in your opinion?
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
I think he could have played.
Do you?
Yeah. To your point you made earlier, look at Algie Crumpler, look at Antonio Gates, look at Gonzalez, all those guys, big physical guys. And I think when you watch basketball and you see LeBron and you see Ja and you see even JoJo on the court with all those other guys, you don't realize how big they are. You just see tall. Yeah. You don't really realize how big people don't. When I saw, did you ever see the video when LeBron bought the uniforms for the high school team in Cleveland?
I didn't see that.
He bought high school uniforms, right? Uh-huh. But to introduce the uniforms, he came out on stage in the football uniform. Dude, he looked like he belonged.
Yeah.
Let me just, people don't understand how big he is.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, I'm like, yeah, he could play. Absolutely, he could play. I wouldn't say that about everybody. Like, I think Charles Barkley could have played football if he wanted to because he was thick like that. Moses Malone, he was thick like that. But you can't say that about everybody. What's the dude? I don't even know what team he's. What's the big dude with the Chris? You listening? You know what I'm talking about? The big dude. I don't think he's from the States. He looked like a big mountain man, but that Joker is huge. He got the big beard, the long hair. I can't remember what his name is.
What sport are you talking about?
Basketball. He plays basketball. Mm-hmm. But in any case, there's a lot of players in the NBA that can play football.
Yeah.
But they got to have the size.
Well, they're all athletes, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's funny, you can say they could play football, but they probably couldn't hit a golf ball to save their life. So, you know, the skill level, it is what it is, man. So
Well,
Steven Adams. Thank you, TK. Steven Adams.
Okay.
That dude is ginormous.
Yeah.
Ginormous. And also I heard Barry Brooks talking today about one of the dudes that he used to play with that was like 6'8". And I remember playing when I was my first year in Scotland in the World League, I played with this dude. I can't remember what his name was, but this dude was 6'6", like 405. He was huge. So to be that big and to be able to move around like that, LeBron could have played. There's a couple other players that could play.
Question for you. Getting back to the draft, is there anybody in this draft like a Jordan Mailata this year?
This is a good crop. I can't think of any of the
you know what
offensive
I mean?
linemen offhand, but there's a couple of guys. It's a good draft for offensive linemen. My boy,
I'm talking about someone that we don't know about. Somebody
that we don't know about? I don't know.
Yeah, like Jordan was a rugby player, right?
Yeah, I don't know. But I remember when they was talking about Jordan, and immediately I looked up tape and I saw him run, and I was like, we might as well put him at tight end. He was that fast.
Did you see? Yeah. Did you see the tape on that on the punter from I think it's San Diego State?
Mm-mm.
Would you use a draft pick on him? The kid looks good.
On a punter?
Nah. Yeah. Look him up.
Nah, Janikowski. No.
No, look this punter up though.
I have to look him up. What's his name?
I would draft him in the 4th or 5th round.
If you're talking about a later round, maybe.
Yeah.
But not a punter, dude. Nah, that's free agency right there.
We need a good punter.
Don't waste that pick, bro. No. Don't waste that pick.
The kid looks good.
Listen, man, we do not need to draft a punter, man. We had a quarterback that kicked a 99-yard punt, dude. We good. We do not draft a punter. Howie, if you listening, bro, don't draft a punter, man. Just get the wide receiver, get the safety, and we good.
Somebody's going to draft this kid. Watch.
Somebody probably will. If he's that good, somebody get him.
Yeah.
But all right, man, we'll get out of here, man. I appreciate you joining me, brother. I appreciate you. Love you, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you for everything, man. Good luck. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, man. Back at you, bro. We're gonna have to do this again, man. We're gonna have to get some more people,
man.
Get some more people on to have some fun, man. I'm trying to expand it. I'm trying to grow. If you're listening, thanks for joining the chat. Definitely check out Hustle when it drops. You said Netflix, right?
Netflix.
Yeah, y'all better hurry up before Netflix shares drop anymore. But so check out Hustle, my boy Scott Teller, man. I appreciate you. Love you. Tell mom and pops I said what's up.
I will.
And I will catch you guys next time. And if you guys send me on my Facebook fan page, send me your draft pick reactions. Send me that video clip of you reacting to our draft pick, good, bad, or indifferent, man. So I can put a little video together. So we're gonna have some fun. But thanks for popping in. We got another show after this. Who's coming up? We are, where's my boys at? Hold on. I can't remember. We got John Coyle and Rob Brinkman of the A2D family. They are live in Las Vegas for the draft. They are boots on the ground in Las Vegas. They come in right after this show, and they're going to give you a live feed at the draft. So that should be fun. So stay tuned. Check it out. If you're still watching the game, just leave the computer on so we can get the hit. Smash that like button. Let us know you were here. And next week, bring a friend. All right. I appreciate everybody jumping in on me, Scott. I appreciate you, brother. And we will see you guys next week. It's draft day. Let's go, Birds. Howie, don't screw this up, bro.
Fly, Eagle, fly.
Yes, sir. We out. Peace.
Peace.